Hey everyone, it's WiNGSPANTT, the fourth best commentator on YouTube, and today I want to talk about Wanted Mode. I want to come back to Wanted Mode, the original multiplayer free-for-all mode from Assassin's Creed multiplayer, going back all the way to Brotherhood. And what I have here today is some footage that I think you're going to learn a lot from, alright? It's really interesting, a lot of really cool stuff happens here. I use a lot of, I wouldn't say really necessarily advanced, super ultimate top tier tactics, but I use a lot of tactics that I think a lot of players don't do, and these are things that I think even intermediate players who want to move into the advanced kind of field of play can learn from, can get into there, be like, oh, I never thought of that before. That's a really good point. Now I will say, this isn't necessarily the best gameplay ever, like I definitely make some mistakes, but hey, my mistakes are your lessons, alright? There's certainly things that I could have done better, especially early on in this match. You'll see I kind of just completely flubbed, like right here, coming around the corner. You're going to see here that TK rocks 123. You can hear that sound. She has activated Bodyguard. As they get in range, people are like, Wingspan, how do you counter Bodyguard? The way you counter it is by attacking the person before the Bodyguard gets to you. Because the Bodyguard is slow. It takes some time to get into your area. You can hear it being activated. It makes this ghostly kind of whoosh. It makes a ghostly whooshing noise. So you want to listen for that noise. When you hear Bodyguard, you got four options. One is running for the easy kill. Two is run from the Bodyguard to get out of its range. Three is to climb somewhere because Bodyguards can't climb. And four is to use smoke bomb or firecrackers or something like that on the Bodyguard, which is usually not worth your ability slot. And here, a minute in, I only got 125 points. Not the best idea. I know my pursuer is somewhere directly in front of me now. I ran over this direction. I'm using this little crowd to kind of put some space between me and them so I can use firecrackers for safety, use my decoys, see if they fall for it, and then I'm just going to scan the perimeter, looking over in the direction of these ruins to see if I can figure out who my pursuer is. And at a certain point, there's so many characters, I'm just not 100% sure, so I start walking away. People are like, how do you identify your pursuer? Well, one of the ways you can identify your pursuer is to simply walk away from all the characters you think your pursuer could be, and the person who chases you has to be your pursuer, because your pursuer, if they want to kill you, they can either chase you or they can use a pistol or something like that. So if you move away and they run at you, and here I'm about to kill them, I drop the decoy, I drop the firecrackers, and I realize it's a decoy. Because the, and there you go, that puppeteer right there is my real pursuer. I run for the chase breaker to get away, and I see an opportunity here, however, for a focus acrobatic. And I don't know, the game kind of bugs out for a second because it's not letting me get the focus. And Rodney Johnson gets the knives on me, but does not get the stun. She is a little too close, and I get it. So the game kind of robbed me of like 300 points there. I should have been at like 500 points. And we see that a player who's like Prestige 12, who's actually the 20th best player in the world in this game, has joined the game, and I was ridiculously nervous at this point. I see TK rocks over here in the crowd. I know that she's got Bodyguard, so it kind of makes me like ready to anticipate Bodyguard. And when my pursuer and my target are both in range, that's when I decide to pop my decoy. Typically, I don't like to use decoy just to try to, like, fool my pursuer or just to fool my target. But when they're both there, decoy seems like a safe bet. Someone's gonna fall for it. And that guy right there, the Jester, emptying the pistol into my back. And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, I know he's my pursuer. He's walking right at me. He's trying to keep line of sight on me. And I figured, hey, look, man, you want to come after me? You got to chase me. So Elite X Spartan 10 there. Number 20th on the world leaderboards. Much respect, much respect. And see, it doesn't, people are like, oh, only bad players use pistol. Well, that guy's number 20 in the world, and he's using a pistol. And in Wanted Mode, I definitely think pistol is one of the better choices for your ranged attack because, I don't know, because people run a lot. There's a lot of space. It's not like deathmatch where you can definitely know that you can catch up to someone by just like kind of cornering them. People could run at you forever in Wanted Mode, and obviously I messed up there thinking I could get the easy kill, and I also thought that guy's my pursuer because he's coming straight at me. It just happened to be an NPC. And I'm getting a little tracheotomy there. I was having a little trouble breathing, smoking a lot in my early life. This guy decides he's going to help me out, stick a blade right through my throat, open up those air, open it up, get some, the yoga breathing is a lot easier when you have an extra hole to breathe through your neck. TK rocks being my assignee once again, and here I'm kind of taking my time way too much. When you see that someone has two other pursuers, because it shows you that, okay, they have 3 pursuers, you really can't fuck around. And I have 6th Sense on, and people again will rag on 6th Sense, like 6th Sense is for noobs, blah blah blah, you gotta find your people. Well, in Wanted, it's not like the other modes. Your approachers could come from anywhere, and I know this guy's my pursuer because I saw him going after my decoy, but I waited him out, he gets stabbed, then I have enough life now. Rodney Johnson, very good player, I've played with him before. Rodney Johnson is definitely someone to be afraid of, like one of those feared pirates in the open oceans here. Line of sight activating, only the second one. Now we see that Rodney Johnson's this turn. I go for the gun, but I fucking release right when he goes through stairs. My bullet is wasted. I spill my seed all over the ground. It's like a modern day form of onanism. And now Rodney Johnson is probably thinking, there's no way Wingspan just got assigned to be my pursuer 2 people in a row. And that's where he, oh, no, he did expect it. Unfortunately, he was not good enough with throwing knives to get the free stun on me. And like I said before in my other videos, throwing knives are a lot more temperamental for stuns than they used to be. They're not like the guaranteed stun. Like, they are, but you have to be really, really good. Like, really good. There's no room for error whatsoever. And right now I'm behind Elite Spartan, like, he has double my score. But in 1 kill, I jump up 700 points to 1825. I was just at 1100 before. So I almost catch up. See, I'm now in 2nd place. And it's all about patience. He thought he was going to lose me at the tree or get some easy stun on me. And that stun would definitely work on like a new player or a player who is not good at locks or not good at patience. But here, coming in, Jay Oblivion, getting another 750 point kill, moving to 1st place with 2575. And I love when the points are like X5, X5. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, like a mnemonic device sticks in my head, kind of like a cerebral boar from Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Here, Elite Spartan running around too much. And again, I don't know if he's anticipating me. I dropped the firecrackers, and he drops time face. And you notice I immediately do not go in for the kill, because if I had tried to kill him at that point, because I lost my my HUD, I would have killed an NPC. So this is, now you're learning here, you learn to counter for bodyguard, and one of the counters here for time face is you just don't kill. Just walk away from the person, and if they want to stun you, they're going to have to move out of the crowd, move into clear space where if you hit X, the only person you could be killing is them. That's also a good counter, by the way, for disruption. If someone disrupts you, and you know that you can't just spam X because you might accidentally kill a bodyguard or decoy or something like that. And here's another strategy, by the way. I notice the Elite Spartan's after me, but I also know I have another pursuer, so I start running around like an idiot. I see my other pursuers after here, and knowing I'm going to die, I just run directly at my other pursuer. Why? I know I'm going to die either way, alright? But in this case, Rodney Johnson gets 250 points. He's like in 6th place. If I let Elite Spartan kill me, he might have gotten 400 points. He might have beaten me into 1st place. So because it's wanted and I can control, you know, to some extent, you know, I know I have multiple pursuers and I can control who's going to have the honor of killing Wingspan. I gave that honor to a person who has the less chance of beating me in this match. Here I use my decoy, try to just, you know, and I don't know if it actually fooled TK Rocks, but it probably just like got his or her attention away for long enough that I was able to get in there and get that kill. So far we got some counters, we got some like meta strategies, and I consider a lot of things meta strategies. Like, okay, well, I cannot directly influence what some people do in this game, but I can directly influence what my pursuers do. I can directly influence sometimes what other players do, and even little things like whether or not I activate this chasebreaker. I left that chasebreaker not activated intentionally because I don't know where my pursuer is, and if I find out my pursuer is right around this corner, I need a chasebreaker to use to go away from them, and I get the execute bonus on Rodney Johnson, 200 points. So up to 3250 points in Wanted, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Wanted is definitely the lowest scoring of the free-for-all matches. Deathmatch, Assassin, you could definitely break 10,000 points. Like, that is not like a feat, okay? Like, you know, it's still not like every game, right? But it's definitely something where it's like not by any means guaranteed. In Wanted, though, to break 10,000, you would have to get ridiculously lucky. I've seen people get 8,000. I've gotten 8,000 points in one. I've seen people get 8,000, 9,000 points. But realistically, the map is so big, it just takes so long to get to your target. In Deathmatch, you got small maps, so it's very easy to get to your targets, and pursuers earn a lot of points. In Assassinate, anyone could be your pursuer or target, so you can pretty much run into opportunities to get points everywhere. But in Wanted, you're usually assigned to get people all the way across the map. Now here, I'm pretty certain this guy was going to use this blend group, so I want to come over here, I want to look down under, and I immediately see him coming out of the glimmer. I know he's directly under me, so I'm going to get down, I'm going to try to get the lock on him. I got to move over a little bit. I see my pursuers getting close, so I'm going to wait till I get exactly 350 points and a 50-point focus, get 625-point kill, then immediately die. Leading the pack with 42-25, the lowest players there having sub 1,000 point scores. I know this isn't the craziest, funnest thing, but I played this match, I was like, a lot of stuff happened in this match that people can learn from. Like, this is fucking Wanted 101. Like, if you want to get better at Wanted, you gotta play this. Now watch this. So TK Rocks here, get him right here, someone activated Time Phase, and lucky me, my pursuer is right here. I could tell from the whispers and the fact that this person was coming right through Chase Breaker, which NPCs don't do, that was probably my pursuer. And because she lost the HUD, I used another player's ability to gain the advantage. Was I a little lucky? Sure, but there's plenty of times at the beginning of the match where I was unlucky, where my pistol didn't go off, where my timing was just bad by like a millisecond. So you gotta take the luck and, with the good and the bad. People are always like, oh, well, you got lucky. Yeah, it's true. I also got firecrackers right here. But you know, it's just like poker. Like people are like, oh, I can't play poker. It's just a game of luck. Look how many fucks I give about this. Like I give 0 fucks. Goodbye. Goodbye. But, you know, the reality is, oh, you know, poker's a game of luck, Magic the Gathering's a game of luck, and yet there's a small cadre of people that win over and over and over, that are always at the finals, that are always just making it. So it's not about luck, it's about how you adapt to luck, and that's what I like about Wanted. It requires a lot of luck, but it also requires you to think on your feet, adapt to situations, and read the other players, not just be technically good, or not just good with the abilities, but actually read the other players. And I got the smoke bomb thrown at me. She goes here for the, I don't know what the hell she's going for, but I just happened to activate Revelation at that exact second, see the person right next to me, the puppeteer was my pursuer, get an extra 100 points, and end the game in first place. Ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't archetypal, this is how to play Wanted. I don't know what is. I mean, I really thought there was so many interesting that happens. There was very straightforward kills. There's good blend kills. There's good reactions. There's getting away from pursuers with escapes, stunning pursuers, choosing when to interact with your pursuers and which pursuer to interact with. I mean, there's just so many things. And then, of course, fucking end. And by the way, Elite Spartan X here, I don't believe it makes it in this video, but he just sent me a GG message, which I highly respect. It's great to play with great players. There's definitely a lot of skilled players in this match, and all the more satisfying to kind of just have a really good match. Everyone on WiNGSPANTT from TopTierTactics.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll come back next time, and until you do, cheers.
Rematch in 3, 2, 1.